What's up, Freckle family? It's Monday, August 22nd. I hope everyone had a great weekend. I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. Now, I know what you're thinking. No hat, what's the deal? Well, shout out to Smokin' Daily Dopeheads and her little man, Jenny Cakes. I know that your little man wanted to see me without a hat, so today, this one is dedicated to you. As you all know, Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prize draws, including NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, and more. This week, we are partnering up with the Lazy Ape Yacht Club and Ectochain to bring you an entire week of travel trivia. So this week, I'll be taking you all around the world in 25 questions. The Lazy Ape Yacht Club is an incredibly hyped project that just minted this past weekend. LAYC is a hybrid collection of 10,000 unique NFTs living on the Ethereum blockchain. Your Lazy Ape will grant you access to future benefits exclusively for members only. Lazy Ape Yacht Club is an expansion pack for the Apeverse. Check out this quick clip from LAYC. Now, Ectochain is a pretty impressive project. Ector is a layer 1 blockchain project that connects the physical world with Web3 with its robust infrastructure and ambitious roadmap. Ecta is developing products that improve people's lives that positively impact the natural world. From their Ecta portal to Meta Trees and Ecta Island, there is so much going on within the Ecta ecosystem. Check out this video from Ectochain about the Ecta portal.
Meet the world's first endpoint node that rewards operators in crypto. The Ecta portal, a powerful mini PC. No-fuss access to Web3, blockchain technology, and crypto rewards through NFTs. Simply plug in your Ecta portal. Then connect it to your Ecta portal NFT. And just like that, you'll start earning Ecta tokens. You'll be earning from a 10,000 Ecta daily rewards pool, which is evenly divided globally between all active portals. This means the sooner you own and operate an Ecta portal, the higher your earnings will be. And your Ecta portal NFT also gets you auto whitelisted to all of Ecta's upcoming projects. So be first. Get your Ecta portal and Ecta portal NFT now. The Ecta portal. Find out more at ecta.io/portal.
Prizes this week include 5 NFT airdrops from LAYC and $500 in Ectacoin. And of course, our sponsored prizes from Funko Pop Toys, Roosevelt's Diamond Select, Stan Stocks, Culture Kings, and more. Now, let's get the vacation started with question 1. What is the most visited tourist attraction in the world? Is it A, Union Station, B, Disneyland, C, Times Square, or D, the Eiffel Tower? Well, with its massive billboards, tourist attractions, shops, and more, the answer is C, Times Square. There's an estimated 50 million visitors annually and up to 460,000 pedestrians on its busiest days. In fact, on August 14, 1945, the largest crowd in the history of Times Square gathered to celebrate the United States' victory over Japan in World War II. While there are many other things you could do in Manhattan, if it's your first time, you should pull up and check it out. Now let's pull up to question 2. What is the largest art museum in the world? Is it A, the Museum of Modern Art, B, the Louvre, C, the Metropolitan Museum of Art or the Met, or D, Vatican Museum? Well, with 4 floors full of art and home to the Mona Lisa and the statue of Venus, the answer is B, the Louvre. The Louvre is not only the largest museum in the world, but it's also the most visited. It's impossible to see the entire Louvre Museum in just one day. In fact, even a month of visiting, you wouldn't see everything. If you were to spend 30 seconds on each piece of art in the Louvre, it would take 100 consecutive days to get through them all. That is without sleep, breaks, or meal times. Now, I visited the Louvre back in 2018, and I can attest to its incredible size. We walked over 12 miles inside the incredible museum over the course of a day. Now, next question, question 3. The Aurora Borealis are better known as this: A, the Festival of Lights, B, a solar eclipse, C, the Day of the Dead, or D, the Northern Lights. Well, the Aurora Borealis, at this time of the year, at this time of the day in this part of the country, well, the scientific name for the Aurora Borealis breaks down to Aurora being the Roman goddess of dawn and Boreas, the Greek term for the north wind, and is of course more commonly known as D, the Northern Lights. It is one of the most spectacular natural phenomenons in the world. The Aurora Borealis can only be seen at certain parts of the world and at certain times of the year. And the best place to see the phenomenon is in Tromsø, Norway, deep in the heart of the Norwegian Arctic. Now, let's head to Middle Earth for question 4. Where were the Lord of the Rings and the Hobbit series filmed? Is it A, Amsterdam, B, New Zealand, C, Iceland, or D, Australia? With its stunning mountains and endless grass plains, B, New Zealand, was the natural choice to film not just the Lord of the Rings and Hobbit series, but many other films that are reliant on the unique topography of that region. It has become a wildly popular tourist destination with an average of 300,000 attendees every year. But it wasn't always like this, though. The Shire was in fact torn down after its original purpose in Lord of the Rings. It was then rebuilt for the Hobbit series and has remained standing to this day, now known as Hobbiton, and it's one of the most visited tourist attractions in all of New Zealand. Now, for the last question of the day, you'll have to identify the city on screen. Is it A, San Diego, B, Boston, C, Los Angeles, or D, Philadelphia? Well, home to Hollywood, where dreams become reality, the answer is C, Los Angeles. LA doesn't have any superior skyscrapers due to earthquakes, but it's still the second largest populated city in the US. If Los Angeles were its own country, its economy would actually be bigger than those of Saudi Arabia and Switzerland. Now, I lived in LA for 10 years and can attest to its geographic beauty and cultural diversity. But I've come to love my new home right here in sunny San Diego. And that concludes the first day of Travel Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing. And thanks to this week's sponsors, Lazy Ape Yacht Club and Ectochain. Make sure you jump in our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. Now, we'll see you again tomorrow for another round of trivia, and thanks for playing. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Tuesday, August 23rd, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Feiner, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prize draws like NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, apparel, merch, and more. This week, we're partnering with the Lazy Ape Yacht Club and Ectochain to bring you an entire week of travel trivia. So this week I'll be taking you around the world in 25 questions. Lazy Ape Yacht Club is an incredibly hype project that just minted this weekend. LAYC is a hybrid collection of 10,000 unique NFTs living on the Ethereum blockchain. Your Lazy Ape will grant you access to future benefits exclusively for members only. Lazy Ape Yacht Club is an expansion pack for the Apeverse. Check out this quick clip from LAYC. Ectochain is an impressive project. Ecta is a layer 1 blockchain project that connects the physical world with Web3. With its robust infrastructure, Ectochain is developing products that improve people's lives and positively impact the natural world. From their Ecta portal, Meta Trees, and Ecta Island, there is really just so much going on within the Ecta ecosystem, and I am personally a big fan. Now check out this video from Ectochain. Prizes this week include 5 airdrops from LAYC, $500 in Ectocoin, and of course, sponsored prizes from Funko Pop Toys, Roosevelt's Diamond Select Stan Socks, and Culture Kings. Now, I'm wearing a whole Culture Kings ensemble as usual, shirt and hat. And if you like the fit I'm wearing, you could actually buy this with a discount code that they gave us. Use Freckle15 at CultureKings.com. That's Freckle15 at CultureKings.com for 15% off on all purchases. Now, let's get the vacation started with question 1. What city has the largest population in the world? Is it A, Tokyo, Japan, B, Delhi, India, C, New York, United States, or D, Shanghai, China? Well, with a whopping 42 million inhabitants, the answer is A, Tokyo, Japan. Tokyo broke the world record for the most populous city way back in 2006 with 35.5 million inhabitants, twice as many as New York. But with a negative current growth rate, it will peak in 2030, and Japan could cease to exist if it continues this way. Tokyo is truly a bustling city with something for everyone. From the best ramen you could ever hope to find, Japanese pinball, also known as pachinko halls, and one of the coolest downtown city centers in the world. Now let's head into battle in the Colosseum for the next question. What is the formal name for Rome's infamous Colosseum? Is it A, the Circus Maximus, B, the Trajan's Forum, C, the Theater of Marcellus, or D, the Flavian Amphitheater? Well, 2,000 years ago, the Colosseum was originally known as D, the Flavian Amphitheater, because it was built by the emperors Vespasian, Titus, and Domitian, which were successors to Nero of the Flavian dynasty. The name Colosseum likely comes from the colossal brown statue of Emperor Nero that used to stand next to the building. The statue was itself modeled on the Colossus of Rhodes. The Colosseum was the epicenter of ancient Roman entertainment, where enslaved gladiators often battled to the death for the emperor's own delight. Now on to question 3. Where is the oldest restaurant in the world located? Is it A, Stockholm, Sweden, B, Kyoto, Japan, C, Paris, France, or D, Salzburg, Austria? Well, the oldest restaurant in the world can still be found in its original structure in St. Peter's Abbey in D, Salzburg, Austria. While no one knows exactly when it first opened, the year 803 is usually cited, first appearing in printed work by the monk Albuin, who was a devout follower of Charlemagne. The restaurant is known as the Stiftskeller, and Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart and Christopher Columbus are said to have both dined there. Not at the same time, of course. Next question is small in size, but big in brains. What's the smallest country in the world with its own functioning government? Is it A, Monaco, B, Vatican City, C, St. Kitts, or D, Barbados? Well, home to the Pope and said to be the holiest city in the world, the answer is B. Vatican City is the smallest country, both in terms of population and size, with an area of just 121 acres or 0.5 square miles. The next smallest country in the world is Monaco at 2 square miles, which is obviously more than double the size of the Vatican. The population of the Vatican slightly exceeds about 800 people. Vatican City is about a 15-minute drive from Rome, and one can spend the entire day there visiting the chapels, the museums, the galleries, and more. Now, on to the final question of the day. You're going to have to identify where this statue is from. Is it A, Argentina, B, South Africa, C, Australia, or D, Brazil? Well, one of the new 7 wonders of the world, Christ the Redeemer, is indeed Brazil. Due to the statue's mountaintop position, it's actually prone to lightning strikes and gets hit around 3 to 6 times a year. In fact, in 2014, a lightning strike broke off the thumb of the statue. The 635-ton Art Deco sculpture resides in Rio de Janeiro and is a well-known symbol of Christianity around the world. And that concludes today's round of Travel Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing. And thanks to our sponsors for the week, the Lazy Ape Yacht Club and Ectochain. Make sure you jump in our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. And we'll see you again tomorrow for another round of travel trivia. Thanks for playing. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Wednesday, August 24th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prize draws like NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, merch, apparel, and more. This week, we're partnering with the Lazy Ape Yacht Club and Ectochain to bring you an entire week of travel trivia. So I'll be taking you around the world in 25 trivia questions. Lazy Ape Yacht Club is a pretty hype project that just minted this past weekend. LAYC is a hybrid collection of 10,000 unique NFTs living on the Ethereum blockchain. Your Lazy Ape will grant you access to future benefits exclusively for members only. Lazy Ape Yacht Club is an expansion pack for the Apeverse. Check out this quick clip from LAYC.
Turn up.
Ectochain is a massively impressive project. Ecta is a layer 1 blockchain project that connects the physical world with Web 3. With its robust infrastructure and ambitious roadmap, Ecta is developing products that improve people's lives and positively impact the natural world. When we think about carbon neutrality in NFTs and Web 3, Ectochain is this. From their Ecta portal with meta trees and Ecta Island, there's just so much going on within the Ecta ecosystem. It's pretty awesome. Check out this video from Ectochain on their Ecta portal.
Meet the world's first endpoint node that rewards operators in crypto. The Ecta Portal, a powerful mini PC. No fuss access to Web3, blockchain technology, and crypto rewards through NFTs. Simply plug in your Ecta Portal, then connect it to your Ecta Portal NFT. And just like that, you'll start earning Ecta tokens. You'll be earning from a 10,000 Ecta daily rewards pool, which is evenly divided globally between all active portals. This means the sooner you own and operate an Ecta portal, the higher your earnings will be. And your Ecta portal NFT also gets you auto whitelisted to all of Ecta's upcoming projects. So be first. Get your Ecta portal and Ecta portal NFT now. The Ecta Portal. Find out more at ecta.io/portal.
Prizes this week include 5 NFT airdrops from LAYC, $500 in Ectacoin, and of course, sponsored prizes from Funko Pop Toys, Diamond Select, Stan Socks, Culture Kings, and Roosevelt's. Now, I'm wearing the Roosevelt's shirt that a lot of you were a big fan of from a couple weeks ago. We're gonna be giving away a ton of these Roosevelt shirts, not exactly this one, but we figured it's travel trivia, it's vacation trivia, let's give away some Hawaiian button-downs. Why not, right? Now, let's head on vacation with the first question of the day. Where is DXB Airport located? Is it A, Dallas, B, Dubai, C, Detroit, or D, Delhi? Well, if you're going to DXB, you're going to the safest city in the world. The crime rate is next to nothing, mostly due to the harsh penalties that apply even for small offenses. The city you would be in is B, Dubai. Dubai is also home to the tallest building in the world, the Burj Khalifa, and has become a booming tourist destination. But don't steal or risk losing your thumbs. Just kidding. But in all seriousness, the penalty for petty theft is up to 2 years in a federal prison. Now, on to the next question. Question 2. Before being moved to the Louvre, where was the Crown of Thorns located? Is it A, Westminster Abbey, B, the Colosseum, C, Vatican City, or D, Notre Dame? Well, the Crown of Thorns is without a doubt the most precious and the most revered artifacts from the life of Christ. Despite numerous studies and historical and scientific research efforts, its authenticity can really not be certified. But still, the general consensus is that the real Crown of Thorns was originally in D, Notre Dame. The Crown of Thorns was moved alongside many other priceless artifacts when a 2019 structure fire nearly destroyed the entire cathedral. While the fire did its damage, the Crown of Thorns and other artifacts were safely removed and moved to different locations around France. Now let's grab a bite to eat with this next question. Beignets and po' boy subs are a staple in what city? Is it A, Miami, B, Los Angeles, C, Philadelphia, or D, Louisiana? Well, the answer is D, Louisiana. The Bayou is home to some of the best food in the world, such as gumbo, beignets, and po' boy subs. Beignets are square-shaped pieces of fried dough topped with delicious amounts of powdered sugar. You can also find these bad boys stuffed with savory or sweet ingredients at restaurants and cafes across Louisiana. Po' boys, however, are a sub-type sandwich made with French bread. Order it dressed if you like your po' boy with mayonnaise, lettuce, pickles, and tomatoes. Now, my favorite po' boy is fried oysters and shrimp, fully dressed, of course. Now, on to question 4. Which two countries share the longest international border? Is it A, China and Russia, B, Canada and the USA, C, Mongolia and China, or D, USA and Mexico? Well, the answer is B. Canada and the US share the longest border in the world. There are no military personnel or artillery guarding each side from either the US or Canada. If you wish to pass legally from one country to the other, you must go through a customs checkpoint and have your documents assessed, and perhaps your belongings if they find the need. So there is some official business involved when crossing from one country to the next. Generally speaking, however, the border is completely undefended and respected entirely by both countries and its citizens. Now, for the last question of the day, you're going to have to identify this fountain. Is it A, the Fountain of Apollo, B, the Latona Fountains, C, the Trevi Fountains, or D, the Bellagio Fountains? Well, this fountain dates back to ancient Roman times. The construction of the aqueducts in 19 BC provided water to the Roman baths and the fountains of central Rome. The fountain was built at the endpoint of the aqueduct at the junction of 3 roads. These 3 streets, Trevi, give us the name for our answer C, the Trevi Fountain. And that concludes today's round of travel trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing. And of course, thank you to our prize sponsors for the week, Lazy Ape Yacht Club and EctaChain. Make sure you jump in our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. We'll see you again tomorrow for another round of travel trivia, and thanks for going on this journey with us. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. It's Thursday, August 25th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Feiner, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prize draws like NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, apparel, and more. This week, we're partnering up with the Lazy Ape Yacht Club and EctaChain to bring you an entire week of travel trivia. So this week, I'll be taking you around the world in 25 questions. The Lazy Ape Yacht Club is an incredibly hype project that just minted this past weekend. LAYC is a hybrid collection of 10,000 unique NFTs living on the Ethereum blockchain. Your Lazy Ape will grant you access to future benefits exclusively for members only. The Lazy Ape Yacht Club is also an expansion pack for the Apeverse. Now check out this quick clip from the Lazy Ape Yacht. EctaChain is a pretty impressive project. Ecta is a layer 1 blockchain project that connects the physical world with Web3. With its robust infrastructure and very ambitious roadmap, Ecta is developing products that improve people's lives and positively impact the natural world. From their Ecta portal, MetaTrees, and Ecta Island, there is a lot going on within the Ecta ecosystem. I'm a big fan. Check out this video from EctaChain. Prizes this week include 5 NFT airdrops from LAYC, $500 in Ectocoin, and of course, sponsored prizes from Funko Pop Toys, Roosevelt's Diamond Select, Stan Socks, Culture Kings, and more. Check out the shirt I'm wearing. Y'all love the Hellfire Club. The hat as well are all Culture Kings. You can buy them right now with a 15% discount code at culturekings.com using the coupon code Freckle15. That's Freckle15 for 15% off at culturekings.com. Now, let's head to the first destination of the day. Where is the largest boardwalk in the world located? Is it A, Coney Island, New York, B, Atlantic City, New Jersey, C, Santa Monica Pier, California, or D, Navy Pier in Chicago? Well, home to hot dogs and great sunsets, the answer is B, Atlantic City. Initially, the plans in 1870 were to have a mile-wide boardwalk, which would later become the first and largest boardwalk ever. The seasonal structure was to be stored during the winter and reused in the summer when it was warm enough to be outside. Now, it is a year-round staple for New Jersey. Atlantic City is also home to numerous casinos, crowded summer beaches, and of course, classic boardwalk games. Now, if you think you could beat me in skee-ball, think again. On to question 2. What country is Petra located in? Is it A, Israel, B, Egypt, C, Jordan, or D, Libya? Well, Petra is a famous archaeological site in C, Jordan's southwestern desert. Dating to around 300 BC, it was the capital of the Nabetian kingdom, accessed via a narrow canyon called Al-Sik. It contains tombs and temples carved into pink sandstone cliffs, earning its nickname the Rose City. Perhaps its most famous structure is the 45-meter-high Al-Kanez, a temple with ornate Greek-style facades known as the Treasury. It's a pretty impressive wonder of the world. Next question, where is Stonehenge located? Is it A, Wiltshire, England, B, Easter Island, C, Delos, Greece, or D, North Sentinel Island? Well, the answer is A, Wiltshire, England. The oldest parts of Stonehenge are 5,000 years old, and the youngest parts are just about 4,000, or is about as old as the existence of modern-day farming. Over the last 1,000 years of history, countless people lived and died around Stonehenge. It was quite impressive for what they were able to accomplish for the time. Stonehenge outdates the pyramid by 500 years. But we all know the answer. It's aliens. Just kidding. The creation of the mysterious structures have been highly debated, but the general consensus is that holes were dug, the stones were slid in, and ropes and, a version of pulleys were used to erect the rocks. Now on to question 4. What is another country that uses the imperial measurement system besides the United States? Is it A, Switzerland, B, Egypt, C, Nigeria, or D, Liberia? Well, only 3 countries use the imperial system. They are the United States, Myanmar, and our answer, D, Liberia. The imperial system is hard to learn and understand compared to the metric system because units are not easily divisible by parts of tens, hundreds, or thousands. The development of the imperial system dates back to the forming of the US Constitution in an effort to further distance themselves from the British standards of weight and measurement. Darn Brits. Now, for the last question of the day, you'll have to identify this sculpture. Is it A, the dome, B, the bean, C, the egg, or D, liquid mercury? Well, measuring in at 66 feet long, 42 feet wide, and 33 feet high, and weighing approximately 110 tons, or about the same as a Boeing 757 airliner, the Chicago icon known as B, the Bean. The actual name for the bean is actually Cloud Gate and resides in Chicago's Millennium Park. It is one of the most visited sites in Chicago and is actually pretty cool in person. You're able to walk under it, around it, and even go right up to it and touch it. So if you're ever in Chicago, make sure you go and take a bean selfie. Now that concludes today's round of Travel Trivia. I've been your host, Ian Finer, and thank you so much for playing. And thank you to our sponsors this week, Lazy Ape Yacht Club and Ectochain. Make sure you jump on our Discord server, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffles. Now, we'll see you again tomorrow for another round of travel trivia, and thanks for playing. What's up, Freckle family? Welcome back. TGIF. It's Friday, August 26th, and I'm your daily trivia host, Ian Finer, aka Lord Trivia himself. Freckle Daily Trivia consists of 5 everyday questions with weekly rotating topics. Each day you play earns you a raffle ticket towards amazing weekly prize draws, including NFT airdrops, toys, collectibles, apparel, merch, and more. This week, we're partnering up with Lazy Ape Yacht Club and Ectochain to bring you an entire week of travel trivia. So this week, I've brought you around the world in 25 questions, and today, there's just 5 questions to go. Lazy Ape Yacht Club is an incredibly hype project that just minted this weekend. Check out this video from Lazy Ape Yacht Club. Our other sponsor, Ectochain, is a massively impressive project. Ecta is a layer 1 blockchain project that connects the physical world with Web 3. Check out this video from our friends at Ectochain. Prizes this week include 5 airdrops from LAYC, $500 in Ectocoin, and of course, our sponsored prizes from Funko Pop Toys, Roosevelt's Diamond Select, Stan Socks Culture Kings, and more. Now, it's the beginning of the end with question 1. Which city is referred to as the city of brotherly love? Is it A, Philadelphia, B, New York, C, Chicago, or D, Los Angeles? Well, the answer is A, Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love. The word Philadelphia is comprised of 2 Greek roots. The Greek translation is literally brotherly love. The first part comes from the word philos, which means love or loving. The second part comes from the word adelphos, which means brother. With Quaker roots and a rich culture within the city, Philadelphia definitely lives up to its namesake. Make sure you stop by Pat's or Gino's for a Philly cheesesteak, though I know all of our Philly natives playing the game will more than likely recommend a much better spot than the 2 most touristy sandwich spots to go eat at. Now, next question. What is the busiest airport in the world? Is it A, Dallas-Fort Worth International, B, Hartsfield-Jackson in Atlanta, C, O'Hare International in Chicago, or D, Los Angeles International Airport? Well, it may be a big surprise because every time I go to LAX or JFK, it just about takes an eternity to get to my gate. But the answer is in fact B, Hartsfield-Jackson Atlanta International Airport. That's a mouthful. The Atlanta airport saw 75.7 million passengers, and that figure is up a whopping 76% from 2020, but still nearly 32% below pre-pandemic 2019 figures. I guess people are feeling the need to go travel. And we're still traveling on to this next question. Let's go to the happiest place on earth for this question. Which Disney park is home to the World Showcase? Is it A, Epcot, B, California Adventure, C, the Magic Kingdom, or D, Disneyland? Well, no matter what park you go to, our friends at Disney will give you the experience of a lifetime. But the World Showcase can only be found at A, Epcot. Most people know Epcot for its iconic spaceship Earth, which weighs nearly 16 million pounds, with its skin being made up of 11,000 aluminum and plastic alloy triangles. Epcot was the epicenter for all modern futurism Disney had to offer and was my favorite place to visit as a kid. Next question. Where are the Spanish Steps located? Is it A, Barcelona, Spain, B, Madrid, C, Mexico City, or D, Rome? Well, you may puzzle over why the Spanish Steps aren't actually in Spain, or Mexico for that fact, but these iconic steps are actually in D, Rome, Italy. The Spanish Steps and the Piazza di Spagna were originally called the Trinità dei Monti, after the church at the top, but they were renamed in honor of the Spanish ambassador who lived there for many years. Now, for the last question of this week of travel trivia, you're gonna have to identify this city. Is it A, Santorini, Greece, B, Venice, Italy, C, Coron, Philippines, or D, Lagos, Portugal? With its beautiful views and turquoise water and white houses, the answer is A, Santorini, Greece. The iconic whitewashed buildings of the Cyclades in Santorini have become instantly recognizable as Greece. One reason for this color is that it made the houses cooler pre-air conditioning, but the main reason was due to a cholera outbreak that occurred under the dictatorship of the Ioannis Metaxas in 1938. Painting your house white was enforced because the white paint contained limestone, which actually doubled as a disinfectant, helping to curb the spread of infection. And with that, we're done with travel trivia. I've been your host, Ian Feiner, and thank you so much for playing this week, and thank you to our sponsors, Lazy Ape Yacht Club and Ectochain. Make sure you jump in their Discords, and make sure you jump in our Discord, discord.gg/Freckle, to be included in our weekly prize raffle. We'll see you again Monday for a very exciting round of music trivia presented by MHRS 8-Bit and the High Street Metaverse. Thank you so much for playing, and have a great weekend.